Hello, my name is Frank Hammer. I'm a retired auto worker, formerly the chairman and president of UAW Local 909 at the GM Powertrain plant in Warren, Michigan. I'm also a retired UAW GM international representative, having served for 6 years on the umpire staff. My comments that follow pertain to the all-important runoff elections, which will determine who will lead our UAW over the next 4 years. I urge you to vote for Shawn Fain if you haven't already done so. You need to mail your ballot by this Friday, February 17th. The company N Gate is no stranger to me. I first learned about the parts supplier plant on the east side of Detroit in 2020. That's when I, the Auto Worker Caravan, and Unite All Workers Democracy, UAWD, staged a car caravan protest circling the plant to bring attention to the horrendous working conditions inside. Employees called it a plantation, comparing the working conditions there to slavery. A year later, conditions hadn't changed, so we returned for another protest in 2021. It's 2023, and I was recently told that conditions have gotten worse. Because UAW members are currently deciding who the next UAW president is going to be, one of the workers urged me to share information about their plant. The plant went into operation sometime 2019. It was soon after that the workers voted for union representation with UAW Amalgamated Local 155 out of UAW Region 1, and eventually got a first contract. Regretfully, workers are disillusioned with the UAW and with Ray Curry as its president. When billionaire owner Pakistani businessman Shahid Khan first cut sweetheart tax deals with the state of Michigan and the city of Detroit to locate in the city, he publicly boasted in the Detroit Free Press that the plant's 700 jobs would pay, quote, in the mid to high $20 per hour, unquote. He was never held to that promise, not by the city, nor by the UAW. According to one of the workers interviewed in 2021, who preferred to remain anonymous, quote, I was hired in at $14 per hour. It took me 18 months to reach the maximum rate of $16 per hour, unquote. Though employment was promised to Detroiters as part of the tax abatements, the company was already then firing and replacing the original workforce with immigrant temporary workers, many who did not speak English, at $18 per hour and no benefits. Many, according to my source, didn't last 90 days. For Detroit workers to get hired, they had to pass a reading proficiency test. Yet the general manager during a recent deposition admitted that there was no education requirement. Temps, on the other hand, started working without any training. The original workers were often required to train their replacements before they were shown the door. During the pandemic, employees complained of being exposed to COVID-19 without proper PPE or ways to sanitize their work areas. This was ignored by the company and the UAW. Workers were routinely fired for being off sick with COVID-19. When MIOSHA, that is the Michigan Occupational Health and Safety Administration, finally inspected the job site, it found numerous violations. Conditions on the shop floor are chaotic, and discrimination against black workers is rampant. Women face harassment and a hostile work environment. Complaints are ignored by supervisors. Employees complain about the lack of union representation inside the plant. I'll stop there. I think you get the idea. The question posed by the Flex N Gate worker is, do UAW members really want to keep Ray Curry in power when these and other subpar conditions are tolerated on the shop floor? Isn't it time for a change? Thank you for your time.